Hello, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and I'm going to be talking about inner talking, inner action, outer action, when to act, right? These kind of things. So let's go. When you have a desire that pops up, you typically have this idea immediately. Okay, I have a desire. I've heard that desires mean I am already in that state. I am already this version I desire to be. I am already that which I desire to be, right? Typical coined phrases that we all know, we all love, right? My desire desires me, right? These are all wonderful phrases, truly. And then you get to, okay, now what? How do I move? How do I act? How do I do this? What do I wait for a text message? Do I message them? What do I do from my part in reality? You know, you have this thought, you have this idea, like, what do I do in my part of reality? How do I be consistent in knowing that this is unfolding? How do I not mess it up? That's what you're really asking, right? And that's what I want to share with you guys today, which is a very simple idea, but I think it's very important. A desire is not a command to act. It is an invitation to allow that feeling of the experience to flow through you and come to you in a physical way. But let's say you have a desire arise. The desire is to meet someone new, to experience a certain type of relationship, or have an entirely new flavor of life that you've never had before, right? And this can be anything. You're divorced, maybe you want your spouse back. Your kids, maybe you and your kids had a falling out, right? You want that back. You have an ex. Maybe you just saw someone new and you're like, no, something really clicked with this person and I really want to explore it. Cool, beautiful. And then you imagine it. You make the assumption, you make the affirmation, yeah, I am that. You know, we all know the words. I love those words. The words are stunning, right? And then the mind goes, okay, now what? Now sometimes you're just sitting on the couch and you are genuinely just sitting on the couch, right? And it's like, okay, now what do I do? If I see them somewhere, should I approach? Should I message? And then you do see them somewhere and then you feel like approaching, but you don't know what to do. You don't know what to say, especially if it's a new person. You're like, how do I do this? What do I say? How do I carry on? How do I do? Right? And sometimes you genuinely just don't know what to do. And I genuinely don't know what to do is a perfectly fine place to be, because here's what you are really learning what to do. You are learning to allow the desire to just move through you. Right? I don't know what to do is also a signal of saying there's nothing to do. Yeah, sure, they're there. A version of them is in front of you. You don't have to make that version of them. You don't have to make that version of them the version of them that you are imagining in your wish fulfilled. Because it's not. Right? You are seeing a physical version of them. That's all. Imagine how you would like things to be and let that play out. Right? Imagine the version of yourself that you would like to be, and then just be that. Let it rearrange around you. Remember, the version of them that's with you is just with you. It unfolds naturally. You trying to figure out what to do is not natural, especially when there's nothing to do. Right? So you're basically learning to just say, hey, this is real for me. I'm allowing myself to feel it right now, and then I just let it go into the unfolding of my identity. Because I accept that's who I am right now, the person who is experiencing this and allowing it to come to me consciously. I'm consciously calling forth these experiences. Whether it happens in 5 years, or 10 years, or 5 days, or 5 minutes, it means nothing because it's happening from right now. It exists right now. It's what I call right now. I'm not going to be fixated and focused on imagining this every 5 minutes of my life. I'm going to be that version of myself that what I have imagined is actually real for me. They're not going anywhere, right? That's the most aligned and aware being that you can have. Like, I am. Like, what I am imagining right now, I am that. I am that version of myself. I don't have to fixate on that. You know, if something comes up and you start to deviate, you'll know, because you're going to hit that assumption of what you are assuming you are right now, where I am in that life. I am that life. I am where I am. Right? But never got out said, I am in Barbados. I don't think he was sitting there the whole day saying, I am all the time. When something came up in his mind or in his circumstances or whatever that said otherwise, he said, no, I am in Barbados. because something directly came back that said that that was counterintuitive to what he was intuitively being, right? And then Buddha just said, no, I am in Barbados, because as part of his inner talking, as part of his own mind, that's the experience, right? I am in Barbados, regardless of what comes up. But he didn't probably, don't know, but he probably didn't think about it the whole day, all day. He just said, I am in Barbados, that's what's unfolding. And anytime something came up that said no, he said no, right? So most people try to manifest by controlling these steps, right? The timing, the circumstances, the conversations, every little step that you take, right? And it gets a bit tiring, it gets a bit tedious, it gets a bit irritating, and that's not consistent in any case, right? True consistency is not to micromanage reality. True consistency is to just consistently returning to your own knowing that I am awareness. I am the creator. I am reality. I am God. I am source. I am that I desire to be. That's my identity. Whether I think about it for 5 minutes or not, right? You're not here to chase outcomes. You're here to embody the version of yourself for whom those outcomes are naturally occurring, no matter how grandiose they may be, right? And you'll notice life starting to mirror that. You start seeing these little closed loops of experiencing, right? You'll hear a song in the morning in some random place, and you hear it again in another random place. It's kind of like this little closed loop thing, where it's like, oh, what a fun experience that was. Like a chapter opened and it closed. It's so much fun, right? Yeah, fun with reality. Right? You randomly meet people who reflect these aspects of you in the moment, right? But anyone can reflect that to you. It's dependent on you, who you are being, right? You'll see signs, moments, coincidences, but they're not random, they're you. Remember, signs do not precede, they follow. Great Neville Goddard, right? As per usual, I'll be coming back to him. They are feedback for who you are already being and walking inside the reality of yourself, right? That's who you are. You're not forcing these loops, they just happen because of your frequency that naturally occurs, these specific loops, right? If you're a different frequency, if you're consciously being and attuned to another frequency that you already are, you would have different loops, different versions of reality, different ideas, different thoughts, right? So how do you be the version that this is all real for? By being the person who accepts that it is real right now. By being the person who allows that desire to be felt completely and allowing it to just go into your unfolding. Don't hold on to anything. And then just be that. Just be it. Be this version. No matter how subtle or how powerful the desire is, I'm allowing this one to come to me. This feeling, I'm allowing it to come to me. This beingness, I'm allowing it to come to me. Yes, anything goes, right? That's it. There you go. I am your host, Reese. This is Rewrite Your Reality, inner talking, and when to take action and when not to take action. There is only inner action, right? If you want to email me, go ahead, rewriteyourreality111@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Facebook. You can join the group and post questions there. There's a TikTok page available. Infinite love, infinite light. Thank you for the following. Thank you for the subscribing. Thank you for the comments as well. Thank you for the emails and the questions in them. I love them. Always grateful for another one. Much love, much light, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.